There. Your Excellency and honoured guests, I'm a little bit nervous at this stage. Has happened many times, of course, in flying with Bomber Command. I joined up in 1921 when I was 19. My folks had said yes, and my older brother had already gone ahead of me. By the time I got to Bomber Command, I was turning 22. So there was a long journey between. Called up in 22, going into initial training school, where I learnt much. Down to Naranda to fly Tiger Moths, back to Bundaberg where I flew Avro-Ansons, back to Sandgate to join a troop ship, an American one, empty now after bringing their men out to Australia, would take us on our journey, which eventually got to England. Now you'll hear a lot about the traumas of aircrew operations, but on the oceans at that time, they were just about as frightening. 200 of us boarded this ship and we travelled across to San Francisco. Passing in the Brisbane River, the hospital ship Centaur, with the nurses waving to us as we went, because they knew what was there in the Pacific Ocean. 3 weeks later, we arrived in San Francisco, off the boat straight into a train of many carriages, took us across America, across the Rockies, through Salt Lake City to Chicago, to Camp Miles Standish, one of the biggest army bases you would ever see. With the landings in Europe ahead, they're training people by the thousand, and we had to wait a month to get a ship across the Atlantic. And that ship was the Queen Mary. When we left New York, on board were 25,000 men. We slept in shifts, we ate in shifts, and the Queen Mary, running at 32 knots, was safe from submarines, and only one cruiser was in escort. So we arrived at Glasgow, where we went off the ship straight into another train, which took us down to Brighton.